Hello and welcome back. Just as a friendly warning, really. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in reading this, but I'm going to go ahead and finish reading the rest of these chapters. And that's that. So sit back, relax, or whatever the fuck you're up to, and enjoy. If you can handle that, or even if you can hear me, this is working out great. General Titler. In the year 2024, besides the terrorists and the children who have escaped school, Vjet, the vegetarian Huite terrorist with a 250-pound brain, is also on the loose, with its brain surgeon friend, Dr. Surjet, outside the reach of the Huite authorities. These Huite escapees have united in their homemade spacecraft. Inside their large, magnificent spacecrafts live a few hundred Huites and a few hundred human food slaves and workers. Although some of the terrorists eat human brain, they treat the humans well and keep their diet a secret from them. The humans live an easy life of luxury, working only 30 hours per week programming Huite computers and maintaining Huite robots. In their off time, which they spend in the sunroom, they play virtual sports similar to soccer, tennis, swimming, play Hue chess, watch Huite movies, and get high on paradise, which, unlike alcohol and drugs, is not addictive and has no negative side effects. They intermingle freely with the Huites and generally do as they please. However, once they reach the age of 63, they mysteriously disappear. They are electrocuted during sleep before having their brains removed for food. Vjet, the master terrorist leader, will not allow any cruelty to humans on its spacecraft. The Huite terrorists are planning to wage war on the authorities. Their strategy is to simultaneously position two black holes within 6 billion miles of Hue to trick the millions of precision-guided satellites, each equipped with an H-bomb that defend Hue, to reverse their directions and fire into the heart of Hue. There is only one key to the plan missing, and that is General Titler, a fat, sadistic Huite genius, the mastermind behind the satellites defending Hue. General Titler lives with its human food slaves on floor 1573 of a skyscraper named Huchulu Palace. On Hue, it is a very sick sadist. It chops off human babies' fingers and toes to cause their neurons to fire to make the brains taste better. An hour before eating their brains, it also loves to taste the taste of old human brain and eats 20 human brains a day. It has a small cage full of humans, farm animals squeezed inside. The poor old men, old women, and babies live and die in terrifying pain. The terrorists' plan is to hijack the Huite spacecraft containing fresh human DNA. Finally, they locate the spacecraft and follow it like a shadow. In 2036, the Huite spacecraft is positioned 1 million miles from Earth. It continues its journey away from Earth to faraway galaxies to collect DNA from other planets before returning to Hue. Although it is defended by 5 H-bombs, V-Jet with its 250-pound brain eventually succeeds in disabling the H-bomb. Disabling bombs. There's no match for having more brain. The Huite terrorists break into the spacecraft and decapitate the Huite. The inside of the luxurious spacecraft resembles a king's palace. The ceilings are 50 feet high, and the floors are covered with diamonds. The walls are made of gold and decorated with large computer screens. Behind the Huite kitchen, they find 1,000 human food slaves caged in 2,100 square foot cages. In order to have space, the cages are stacked on top of one another. The Huite terrorists free and tend to the human slaves. The slaves have never been outside of their cages, are covered with blood and feces, have toes and fingers missing, and are in agonizing pain. They are taken to the spacecraft's Huite hospital for treatment. The rebels then make a turn towards the Earth. They send distress signals to Earth because they lack equipment to perform intricate brain surgery on the spacecraft. They must attach the dead Huite's brain to the 250-pound brain of V-Jet to exceptionally increase its intellect. They need humans to make them precision tools to perform the brain surgery in the spacecraft. Exotic feathers. The 3 aliens, upon leaving Earth for the Huite spacecraft, have inserted cyanide poison between their teeth, enabling them to commit suicide at will. They bring with them the latest supercomputers and video teleconferencing equipment to communicate effectively with Earth. Once the 3 aliens enter the Huite spacecraft, they are positively shocked beyond belief when they see, for the first time, free, healthy, happy human food slaves. A race different from their own, freely intermingling with the superior Huites. Despite this, at first, the Earth's leaders mistrust and refuse to cooperate with the Huite terrorists. After all, they are Huites, but then V-Jet makes them an offer that they cannot refuse. In the year 2102, the Earth's human population is more than 12 billion. There are huge food shortages and billions of people are starving. V-Jet agrees to share a modified version, Brain Melon's secret DNA code with humans. This will enable humans to cultivate it on Earth. The Earth's fertile ground is ideal for this delicious, high-protein, nutritious plant. In addition, V-Jet agrees to share the DNA code responsible for size and frequency of reproduction in animals. With this knowledge, the humans can, for example, modify the whale's DNA to make it larger and reproduce faster. Humans can then feed the whales or any other fish in the oceans. In a short time period, the population of giant whales will explode. Humans can then hunt and feed on the giant whales naturally raised in the vast oceans. The terrorists also free the human food slaves. After they are released from the Huite hospital, they are free to return to Earth, their original mother planet. Most leave the spacecraft for Earth, but many choose to stay and work with their super intelligent Huite friends and saviors on the huge, magnificent terrorist spacecraft. The two aliens convince Earth's leaders that the Huite terrorists are their only hope and that they must help them. After all, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. All the nations then unite behind the aliens under the leadership of the two aliens on Earth. In addition to the tools needed for brain surgery, the humans build for the Huite rebels a custom-made Huite hat covered with exotic feathers, a custom ring made from gold and diamonds that fits the antennae of a Huite and flashes different color lights, and a portable DVD player with DVDs. African Wildlife and Alien 3. They send these items from Earth to the Huite spacecraft per order of the three aliens. On the spacecraft, not only is the brain surgery successful, but Dr. Surjet is able to transplant one of the antennae claws of the dead Huite to Vjet's head to replace its missing one. See you at Huchulu. In the year 2115, the Huites elect a new president, Huleid. There is great animosity and hatred between the fat sadist General Titler and President Huleid. Huleid is a creative inventor, and like Vjet, has a kind, radiant heart, a rarity among Huites. General Titler is the opposite. It is autocratic, insensitive, and evil. Its short temper and cruelty are legendary among the Huites. Huleid demands that General Titler disclose its vast knowledge of the proprietary satellite technology, but the general refuses. In the year 2116, General Titler surreptitiously contacts the terrorists, and they agree to secretly meet at an undisclosed location. During the meeting, General Titler discusses its desire to see President Huleid dead. The general offers to pay a large sum to Vjet for assassinating Huleid, and even a larger sum for Huleid's fresh, dead brain. Furthermore, once Huleid has been assassinated and the general has become president, Titler promises to make Vjet a general, second in rank only to the president. During the meeting, Vjet develops a rapport with Titler and discovers that the general admires and collects primitive artifacts. In the year 2117, a single Huite terrorist spy, Vjet, with a giant head, now 260 pounds, lands on the planet Hu and approaches Huite customs, posing as the original Huite who was charged to bring back fresh human DNA. Its giant head instills fear, submission, and respect in the customs' agents. The spy passes through Huite customs undetected, despite undergoing brainwave testing, because it has the original Huite's brain attached to its brain. Vjet, the terrorist spy, is not detected and murdered, along with its three alien human pets. It immediately goes to Huchulu Palace, hiding its brain under a hat covered with exotic gold feathers, diamonds, and other precious metals from Earth. Once inside Huchulu Palace, they stop at a human brain market on floor 253 to pick up some humans to offer to the sadistic General Titler. There they find humans with giant heads and missing fingers shoved into tiny cages for sale. Vjet, with its three human pets, buys the best and most expensive human food slaves and heads to floor 1573.